I'd say in something that you're passionate about and something that you want to do, there's always space for you. You always have a place. And don't count yourself out before you've even given yourself a chance to try. Yeah.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Response Able with Professor Nikki James. I mean, louder is better in my opinion.
I think so.
Because then we can yell.
We can yell.
I feel like I have a fake loud voice. Because if I actually screamed right now, I would be super loud. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Responsible podcast. I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend Yolisa Palesa Tsoaeli, who has joined me on the podcast today, my first official recording from Cape Town, South Africa. I am so excited for you to hear all about her design and psychology studies, sociology, her photography, and how she weaves all of those things that she loves and is passionate about together into a career that is helping her learn and grow and make a positive impact in the world. So let's jump in. Welcome. Thank you, Yolisa, for joining me today on the Responsible podcast. I'm very excited to have you. Before we jump into it, I'm going to ask you a really open question. Who are you?
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here, and I'm very, very excited, really, just to have this chat with you. Who am I? First thing, honestly, that comes to mind is just don't fit in a box.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't fit in one particular box.
Okay.
I wear many hats, so I am a photographer. I am, I think, at heart a storyteller. At heart I think if I was to summarize myself, I'd really say passion for people. And I think everything that I do, everything that I would relate to myself revolves around that.
Mm-hmm.
I also work for an amazing company where I get to work with people quite closely. In this case, it's social entrepreneurs, but beyond that, it's just working with communities and really being able to connect to them, help give them some tools to realize that really all the potential, anything is within them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right at the moment the string of thoughts that do come to mind.
I love it. So good. And where does your accent hail from? Because I think that's important because we have people that listen into the podcast from all over the world.
Yes. So I am from South Africa. I am from Johannesburg originally, but I've been in Cape Town since 2004. So since I was 4 years old. So kind of Cape Townian, Yana. But my family is from Johannesburg, and so I spend quite a lot of time with them and speaking with them. So that's why you might get some some Josie accents and slang a little bit in there.
Okay.
But yeah.
So yes, everyone, the cat's out of the bag. I've officially made it to Cape Town. That is really cool. How many languages do you speak?
I would say 2, but I want to get more. So
Okay.
at the moment, Sotho and English. But yeah, I'm trying to learn other languages now.
Okay.
Oh, and a bit of Zulu as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to throw some in there to throw us all off when it's relevant. You'll just have to do some translating.
Gotcha.
You never know. Someone might hear and be like, whoa, I know what that means. But yes. Okay, so you're working with social entrepreneurs, which I love. But how did you get started? What did you actually study, and where did you study?
Before I tell you the story of how I got to studying what I studied, can I tell you the story from beginning, which is low-key in grade 1.
Okay, we're going way back here. Let's go
all the way back. So in grade 1, we had a career day, and
in grade 1,
wow,
started young.
They didn't waste time at all. We had a whole career day. I remember people rocked up in as mini doctors. I'm pretty sure there was a fairy somewhere there.
I hope that dream comes true.
I really do wonder where she is right now. But yeah, we had firemen, we had a bunch of different people, but I showed up in like this 2-piece like purple set, and I had like a little one of those chairs. I don't know if you guys have them, but there were these little sets where you can build furniture with like random wooden pieces. So I came up with like a mini chair, and I said, oh, I want to be a designer.
Wow.
Grade 1 me, there's a photo
Okay.
somewhere. I need to go search in the albums. But yeah, grade 1 me, I don't know if I fully understood what that meant, but I think in my heart of it was like, I want to create something. And so then all throughout my schooling journey, if you had asked my parents, I would say, oh my gosh, I want to be an architect. I want to be an interior designer. I want to do something in the design space. And then all my subjects were towards that. Then grade 12 came and time to like choose subjects and apply to universities and everything. And I found myself spending a lot of time sitting there being like, why are my classmates doing the things that they're doing? Why are they making the decisions that they're making? And not even from a judgmental space, but more from a genuine, like, I'm so curious. I'm really trying to understand. Even myself, like, why am I making the decisions I'm making?
Right.
And then every time I'd go on Google and be like, what does this mean? Google would give me psychology today. And I was like, oh, maybe I should study that. Maybe I should.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pivot.
So grade 12 came, I took my parents all by surprise because they were like, okay, cool, our child's going to be an architect. Took them by surprise and went straight into psychology. I'd say a part of myself also went the psychology route because I looked at the design industry and I was kind of like, it looks from the outside so populated. What do I have really? What sets me apart? You know, what can I contribute to that space? And so then I was like, okay, cool. Let's go psychology, sociology. Let's understand people deeply. And then I'd be in a better space to design for them. At least that was kind of my reasoning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I studied psychology and sociology at the University of Cape Town. And then I proceeded to do my honors in sociology. I did have a bit of a quarter-life crisis halfway through where I was like, I'm writing a lot of essays. When am I going to get to designing? But I feel like we're slowly finding our way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now getting to do the designing with an understanding of people, which
Yeah.
is really, really, really cool. So what was that transition like? So I feel like in studying sociology and psychology, there's not, unless you're going to go clinical, there's not necessarily a super clear career pathway from psychology to your roots as a designer. So what was that process like when you all of a sudden realized you were graduating, the essays were going to be no longer there? Like, what happened after that? How did you navigate that season?
I think when it comes to the humanities, sometimes people struggle because it feels like with other subjects, there's almost like a clear path. It's like, okay, from here, we're going to move to here. We're going to move to here. Whereas what I feel like the humanities does well is that it gives you a bunch of skills that you need to choose what you really do with them. And so for me, I think even while I was studying my degree, I found myself just kind of being like, I need a creative outlet because naturally I feel like I'm quite a creative person. And even when I did design in school as a subject, what I loved most about it was that I'd be given a problem and I'm like, I don't even know where to begin. Where do I start? And then somehow I would come up with something. So when I'd done that in school, I'd realized that that's what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. I want to come with problems that I'm like, I don't know how we're going to start and figure out somehow along the way a solution or something that I can do. So I think while I was studying my degree, I found myself naturally gravitating a lot to if I saw anything design advertised anywhere that I could do, I was like, yeah, click, I'm going to apply, I'm going to do that. And so I think it was when I was doing my honors year, I ended up taking a bit of a gap within my honors year because, again, had a moment where I was like, okay, Yolisa, where are we going? What are we actually doing? And in that gap, I saw a course in like design thinking. I went about doing that. And then from there, things actually started working out because I then met my boss who was teaching me that course. And I saw the amazing work that she's doing, and then kind of went to her and said, "Hi, are you hiring? Please hire me."
So you used your people skills and your human skills to ruck up in person and put yourself out there.
Yeah. And then I went and I finished my degree. I ended up loving it while I was finishing it. I think another thing that I also didn't really add in my process is that while I was doing my degree, I did some photography on the side. I didn't do it as a business. I did it just out of the funsies, where then people started saying, "Hey, like, can you do some shoots or two for us?" And I think in that process, I realized that, number one, I could create a business out of this. But number two, what I love most is that I get to be with people and see what their vision is and be like, okay, how do we bring this to life? How do we go about this? So I feel like I had a creative outlet in it. Yeah.
Amazing. So you're right now, you work some of the time with the social entrepreneurs, with your boss, and you have your photography stuff that you're now doing also as a paid thing. Are they the two main things, or is there something else in there as well?
There is a third one. Well, fourth one, but I need to get into that one. So I think the third one is still in the visual design, visual communication kind of space. I work for another organization that specifically works with NGOs and helping them tell their story. So it's a lot of peopling still, because you really sit down with them, you realize you have the conversation of what is it that they do, how do they get to what they're doing, what's the heart behind it, and then have the amazing opportunity to really shoot specifically for that. So then I'd say my specific photography is more like what clients would need, bringing their vision to life. I'm also trying to bring in psychology, sociology a little bit in having some creative projects for myself, because photography started off not as something for people, but like as something for myself as well. And then I'd say the fourth thing that I do is UX, UI design. So again, hopping on the trend of, I was in my honors year, I was like, I'm writing essays for days. I need a little creative outline. I saw an advertisement for UX, UI design and design thinking, clicked apply for that. And kind of trying to build a little bit more now on that skill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say probably the easiest way, not that there's really a label to what you do, but you have a bit of a portfolio career going on with lots of different things.
Yeah.
How does that feel like, and how does that work? How do you navigate, having to schedule work in and knowing when you've got to plan things or when you've got to shoot on? Like, what are some of the challenges within living this kind of life where you're not doing the same job with one boss or whatever? What are some of the challenges that you've had to navigate?
I'd say I have my moments where I'm like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of things at once, where I'll sometimes have weeks where I don't actually have moments. Before this conversation, we're talking about like intentional rest. I don't have moments to myself where I can intentionally just rest and do stuff for myself. I find myself in a space where I think it was 2 weeks ago where I was just waking up every day and then going to sleep at 12, and the whole entire day it's one work job related thing after another. So I think I'm still trying to find a good rhythm for that. In the process of all of that, I think I'm trying to envision what my dream job would be exactly. And I guess trying to work towards that, because, there's a bunch of different skills. And all of the jobs that I have, I love it. I really do enjoy it. I feel like each job that I have activates a different part or passion inside me. But it's just trying to figure out now some sort of way that my job is not, all my jobs are not all my life, where I can balance seeing friends without feeling guilty that, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Yeah.
Right. So do you think that's more like, do you like having the lots of different things and being more entrepreneurial? Or are you kind of looking to use all these things to build your skills so that you can get like a job in an agency where you have that structure from the outside?
That's quite a difficult one. I think I haven't found a job description yet that encompasses everything I want to do,
Mhm.
which makes me lean a little bit more towards, okay, maybe I just need to kind of start my own thing. There have been moments though where I've been like, ooh, should I maybe just get something that's more stable just for now, just so I can find my footing a little bit. So I feel like I toggle a lot between.
It depends on the day and how it's going.
It depends on the week. It really depends on the week. And I mean, shame, I do feel a bit bad for my support system because they hear me having this conversation every other week. Like, I'll have a good week while I'm chilling. Then I'll have another week where I'm like, so should we revamp here? Let's go back.
Let's rethink this. Let's rethink this. I feel like that is really the life of an entrepreneur, right? Because I feel like there is something in it when I was kind of leading in my own organizations or consulting or whatever, you kind of feel like you have to work when the work's available, and you can't necessarily, or it's a really big challenge to say, no, actually, I can't do that this week because I need me time. Or I already have 40 hours of work this week and I don't want to do any more. But then we kind of get stuck almost on this, I've got to chase the money, or you've got to do the work when the money's available. And then we end up burnt out and creatively empty.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any tips or tricks of how you've kind of navigated that or overcome situations where you realize you've gotten a bit out of control? The laugh says it all.
I'd definitely say having a good system in place. I can't say I'm perfect at it. I'm still trying to navigate what exactly that looks like. At the moment, it's me and Excel across the world. So I try to kind of map everything out. I'm trying to be better at, on Sundays, making it my write down everything that I need to get done in this week day. And then just to try kind of do planning like that. Sometimes I find it a little bit difficult though, because someone will ask for a shoot at the most random day, and then I'm kind of like, okay, cool, that takes me out of schedule just a little bit.
Right.
I haven't yet gotten to the point where I'm good at saying no. I'd rather say yes and then I sit and be overwhelmed and then try to figure everything out. But we're trying to get there, I guess. Yeah.
Because that is the challenge of being a new business as well. Like,
just to answer your question though, I'd say if you can find a system that works well for you, keep working at it and keep refining it.
Yeah.
But I'd also say schedule in me time, because I've not been great at that, and that's something I definitely
do as I say, not as I do.
Please.
Wisdom. And what, I mean, I know you're saying you kind of tick-tack back and forth based on, do you work for someone else? Do you start something yourself? Do you keep doing what you're doing? What do you see kind of now that you're, how many years out of university?
2 years now?
2 years? Yeah. So what are you looking forward to? Like, even if it's a gray fuzzy vision, like what's kind of something that you're working on or working towards, or a goal that you want to achieve or something like that?
At the moment, I love how we're talking about 2 years of leaving university, because I'm low-key trying to be back. I'm trying to go back.
A new topic, or just going deeper in something that you've already studied?
For me, my background, because it's in the social sciences, I want to enter into the design industry, and I, for the most part, do feel like, I was actually strangely having a conversation today with someone, and they were literally like, you're already in the industry, which
it's true.
Fair. Fair enough, but I think sometimes you don't know what you don't know. So I think I want to go back just to fill in that gap for myself. I think I wanted to go back to university quite like soon after my degree, but I appreciate the time that I've been kind of working and figuring it all out on my own, because I think it's helped me deepen what exactly I want to study and what I want to explore. Because now I have a master's thesis idea that I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now I want to explore this a bit deeper. Whereas if I'd gone straight into studying straight after I'd finished my degree, I think I would I'd just kind of be like, okay, cool, let's just choose anything. Whereas now I'm like more intentional.
Right.
Yeah.
And would this be kind of going back more into design or okay?
More, I think, interdisciplinary a little bit.
Okay.
So I want to pull in psychology, sociology, but I also want to look at design and how can we kind of mix the three together.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we design for people.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when we're creating systems, when we're creating products. So it makes sense to me.
I feel seen. Thank you.
I'm so glad. What do you think, if you could say the 2 lessons or pieces of advice you would give your past self when you just graduated with the 2 years of experience that you have, what would that be?
First, I did this thing where I told myself that if it's not something that's bad for me, I'm just gonna say yes. And I think it's made me be outside of my comfort zone quite a lot. But in saying yes, it's taken me to places I never ever thought I'd be. Like a part of my job is facilitating. And when I'd actually had my interview with my boss, that I was like, hey, you're doing amazing stuff. Please hire me. She asked me, would you mind facilitating? And I said to her, I don't really like speaking in front of people. I love my little circle of people and we can kind of keep it at that. But I'm not opposed to the idea because I recognize that it might be a skill that somewhere in my life I would use.
Right.
And so I kept just saying yes whenever she'd suggest, okay, would you want to do this? I remember though, I think it's also good to have people that can kind of see you and see your vision, because I remember there was a point where she was like, okay, are you keen to facilitate this? And I was like, no, I'm good. It's okay.
Not that one.
I'm okay. And she was just like, yeah, but you're going to facilitate it. And then she left the room and left me with the people. And I was like, oh, I have no choice now. But I think that even though it was a bit stressful in the moment, looking at how far I've come and even just having someone there who could see you and see your potential and just encourage you has been really amazing, because now I can walk into a room and be like, okay, let's go. Let's facilitate. Let's help the people. I think even then it was having to have a mindset shift, because when I started facilitating, when I was starting to speak in front of people, I think I was in my head a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I look? How do I sound? Am I saying the right thing? And then had a little prayer session about it. And then had a moment where it was like, it's not actually about you. It's about what information these people need and how can you kind of give it to them in the way that they best could understand it. And once I had that perspective shift, I was like, oh, okay, like we can do this. So I think the first one definitely is start saying yes to things, even if it makes you a bit uncomfortable, as long as it's obviously good for you.
I like the caveat. That's an important caveat.
I think the second one is, I think a bit earlier on I mentioned that like I looked at the design industry and I said, okay, like I don't know if I could fit in because is there space for me? I'd say in something that you're passionate about and something that you want to do, there's always space for you. You always have a place. And don't count yourself out before you've even given yourself a chance to try. Yeah.
No, that's so cool, because I mean, you ended up in that space anyway, even though you kind of studied a different thing. But in reality, like it was almost a blessing that you did study that thing, because you understand people and the environment so much more because you studied humans and not necessarily design. Yeah, that's really cool. And it's so cool how all the things that you enjoy, like your passion and skills that you're interested in and things you're curious about, have all kind of like come together in, not necessarily like one job, but as like lots of different things that you can use to continue to build your skills, right? Because at the end of the day, we have to learn forever.
Yes.
We have to learn and adapt and evolve. And you're getting a good taste of that earlier on, which is really, really awesome.
Lifelong learner.
Yeah, so good. And I wouldn't know that you were, I mean, I still will be completely honest. When I go back into the classroom in September, I always have a moment of, do I still know how to do this? Right? Facilitation for me, I've come to learn, is a bit of a muscle.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that facilitate and teach and present and are up on a stage, they're honestly introverts.
Yeah.
Right? So you see, like, for me, often, I mean, if I haven't said this on the podcast, like, get surprised alert, maybe. I'm an introvert. I spend probably 80% of my life, like, very happy as a clam sitting on my couch reading books.
You
and
see, I wouldn't have
all of
known that.
stuff. But, you know, you see me in the 20% where I'm out in the world, like, commanding a room of 90 people, which you see me do on a regular occasion, standing in the middle of the room on a chair, yelling at everyone. You wouldn't expect me to, like, go home at the end of the day and sit there and stare at a wall and be like, oh, recharge time, you know? But, like, I think one thing that's really beautiful about design and about this work we do in social innovation and entrepreneurship is you do need those times away to learn and grow and think and reflect so that you can go out there and be present and bring what the room needs. And it's not about you, it's about them, which is exactly what you said, which is really beautiful. Any final thoughts or words of wisdom that you want to share in closing that we haven't talked about yet?
I think advice to my younger self, and I don't know if this will resonate to people, but you'll find your way. I think I'm still in the process of finding my way. As I said, I'm trying to envision my dream job and how do I get there? But you'll find your way. I think advice I've actually gotten quite recently was that just keep that instinct of chasing what you're passionate about, and you never know what doors that will open or where that will lead. For me, for example, with photography, I really started it off as a hobby and as a way to connect to my friends because I'd be like, oh, look at this plant I took. It's pretty, right? Okay. To now being a whole business side hustle thing that I didn't expect it to be. And also being an opportunity to get to know other businesses and really amplify the work that they do. So keep chasing your dreams, your passions, and really just do it. Go 100% in on it. Don't think, okay, cool, because this is not my full-time gig, I'm not going to put as much effort into it. If you're passionate about something, chase it 100%. You never know where it might lead.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and all the amazing work you do. I'm so excited that we get to work together whenever I'm in Cape Town. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yolisa, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and your energy and excitement and enthusiasm for the world. I love that you just know in your bones that the journey is going to work out, even though you're still on the road and you're not quite sure how it's going to play out yet. I think that is such an inspiring way to live your life. And I really hope all of us can take a note from that and apply it to our own. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and we will see you next week.